If you're not approaching the girl, I'm talking about cold approach situations, so day game or night game situations. If you're not approaching the girl, you will never get laid, okay? She will not come to talk to you. If you're new here, my name is Luca, and I'm one of the world's leading experts about approaching girls in the daytime. Since 2018, I've helped over 1,200 men sleeping with new girls approached in the daytime. I started teaching it only in Italy in 2018, and then also internationally from 2022. So the first stage of the interaction, the first step is the so-called opener. Okay, you should know what the opener is basically the opening line. Okay, if you're not approaching the girl, I'm talking about cold approach situations, so day game or night game situations. If you're not approaching the girl, you will never get laid. Okay, she will not come to talk to you. So, for example, in day game situations, it's better to always approach in a direct way, using a direct opening line. So, for example, I will just give you the principle, okay? I just saw you, you look cute, so I came here to talk to you. But this is not the opener, okay? This is just the principle behind, okay? You have to make the opener longer, okay? For example, and also you have to first get the attention, okay? Otherwise, if you start talking without the girl paying attention to you, your opener will be pretty much useless, okay? She will not understand what you just said. You have to repeat. Maybe she will reject you because she did not understood what you said. And I will just give you an example. So for getting the attention, just excuse me. That's it. Okay? You don't have to say anything special. Wait 1 second that she's looking at you, and then you start talking. Or you can also ask, excuse me, do you speak English? For example, you're not sure if she does speak English or not. And then you use your fucking opening line, okay? You don't have to memorize it, okay? Because you have to be flexible. Because, for example, if she starts reacting in a certain way, you have to use the so-called social calibration, which is also this is the absence of social calibration is the reason why most part of guys they get rejected 90% of times, if not 100% of times. But now we will talk about it in a moment about that. So the opening line for day games, just for example, excuse me, do you speak English? Or just excuse me. I just saw you now while I was walking from the other side, in the other side of the street, and you look pretty cute. So I said to myself, go back and try to speak with her. Okay, this is just an example. You can make it also longer, the opening line, making it more funny. For example, saying, because I thought that if I was not coming here to talk to you, then I would have cried for the whole night. Then I had to go to the bar to get drunk to forget you. Okay, of course you have to say it not with this tone of voice. Now this is the tone of voice for an explanation. Okay, but when you're talking with a girl, you have to say it with a smile, and the atmosphere has to be funny. Okay, so and it has to be clear, it has to be obvious that it's a joke. Okay, so no, you're not needy because it's just a joke. Many people think, oh, but if I say that they will get drunk to forget her, I'm needy. No, you're not needy because it's just a joke. I can see that there are questions, and then I will read your questions later. So type it in the chat box, and then I will reply to your questions. And for example, for night game situations, I personally approach in both ways. So I approach in a direct way and also in an indirect way. So and when the girl she's just standing, I approach her in an indirect way. When she's walking inside the club, I approach her in a direct way, exactly like in a day game situation. So let me drink 1 second. So for indirect, I mean contextual. Okay, contextual means that you have to create an improvised opening line according to the situation, according to what she's how she's dressing, how she's behaving, or something that is in the environment in that moment. So, okay, so contextual means contextual. So for example, I will give you a few examples. I don't know. I remember last time I went clubbing, there was a girl just sitting on a couch, and I said, first I got the attention, and then I said, why are you here sitting alone? Okay, so you don't have to use anything special, okay, because it's not the opening line that will get you laid, okay, because it's unusual that a girl she's just alone at the club. Of course, pretty much no girls will ever be alone in a club. Maybe she's just alone in that moment. Maybe the friends are at the bathroom, so we just asked her, why are you here alone? Okay, and then she was just her friends they were just at the bathroom. So, but it was unusual, so that's why I used that opening line. Or for example, I remember there was another girl that she was also sitting. It was a couch or something like that, and I noticed her while I was lining up for getting a cocktail. and I didn't want to lose my spot in the waiting line. So I first got the cocktail, and then I went to talk to this girl. First I got the attention, excuse me, do you speak English? And then I said, I actually saw you while I was lining up for getting a cocktail, but I didn't want to lose my spot. So I said to myself, as soon as I finish getting the cocktail, I will come here to talk to her. Okay, so this is actually a mix between direct and indirect approach. Okay, but remember that the opening line will not get you laid, okay? Because there are the remaining 9 stages of the interaction that we will talk about in a moment. And remember that it's not only about the opening line. If it would be so easy only with the opening line, everybody would get laid. But for example, a missing piece that most part of men, they are lacking about it, is the social calibration, okay? That they are stupid socially, not stupid in general, but they are stupid socially, okay? Because when you're approaching a girl, she will have a certain type of reaction. There are 5 different types of reactions. She can react in a positive way, in a negative way, and then there are the 3 other neutral reactions, which is maybe she's a little bit embarrassed, or maybe she's a little bit scared, or maybe she's not understanding exactly what is happening, but it's not something negative, okay? 10% of girls, they will react in a positive way no matter what you do. 10% of girls, they will react in a negative way no matter what you do, and then the 80% in between, they will have a neutral reaction. And if you're not able to use a social calibration to convert this neutral reaction in a positive reaction, you will lose 80% of girls, and you will be in total rejected from the 90% of girls. Okay, so that's why most part of men, they always get rejected, because they're not able to use social calibration. So if you want to go from being shy or a virgin to having sex with new girls you've met in real life, reducing the chance of rejection to almost 0, even if you don't know what to say to her or feel anxiety at the only idea of going to talk to her, click on the link in the description below and book a free consultation.